in the mountains, there resides a warrior. But what does this valiant Giga Chad fight for? He fights for the clean, for the pristine. Make no mistake though, he is a cold, showered killer, ruthlessly murdering dirt and grime. He is the grim reaper of the shower, the death of odor, and his name is Dirt Murderer.
Yow, man!
Welcome to a Dr. Squatch soap guide. Today, we're going metal in the shower and slaying grime with the Dirt Murderer. This is a collab between Squatch and Liquid Death, a company known for their natural mountain water, and of which I'm a pretty big fan. So this was a collab that caught my attention. It features a really nifty box design and overall vibe, but it's in many ways a throwback to the golden age of Squatch. So let's get murdering. As for the unique ingredients, we have some interesting ones here. First up is dead sea salt. This of course likely refers to salt from the Dead Sea. What is interesting is that every Squatch bar, including this one, does include sea salt as an ingredient, which is a part of the base. So why are there two different types of sea salt here? Well, it turns out the dead sea salt isn't dissolved into the bar. Instead, there are small chunks throughout. It's difficult to see, and you really don't notice it in the shower, as the flakes are very minimal. There's no grit. At least that's what I think is the case here. I could be wrong. Dead sea salt can actually help to lock in moisture. It's going to add some exfoliation, add some anti-aging and calming properties, as well as improve the look and feel of skin. We also have indigo powder, which we've seen before in the Fresh Falls, which is why this killer bricc is rocking with a similar hue, as this is mainly a colorant. However, it is a natural colorant that has some soothing, anti-inflammatory, and toning properties. And lastly, we of course have Liquid Death mountain water. Now while it's not listed, water makes up a huge portion of a soap brick, so I imagine the water content, or at least part of it, is going to be replaced with the more premium variety offered by Liquid Death. This may not add additional benefits per se, but it should improve the overall quality of the bar. So we have one of the more interesting ingredient lists Squatch has dropped lately, one with some murderous potential. The scent here is a very clean one. As stated by the website, there are notes of eucalyptus, juniper, and cedarwood here. It's fresh, herbal, woody, and medicinal. It kind of reminds me a bit of the Suds of the Sly, as it's kind of got this aquatic thing going on. I think juniper and especially eucalyptus would be the major notes I get here, as it's clean, crisp, as well as sweet like a bit of honey, and slightly minty and earthy. Overall, it's a very well layered scent with notes that combine and complement each other quite well. It's a lot more natural too than many recent Squatch releases. It's also pretty strong. It's very noticeable and only grows in strength in the shower, also being one of the more potent recent Squatch releases. Despite its intense psychopathic appearance, it's actually quite pleasant and relaxing, showing that you can never judge a brick by its cover. As for using the boy, it's again very clean. It is a smooth bar, like a sip of mountain water, that glides across your skin like an axe cutting through a 3-in-1. The lather here is nice and thick, and the overall wash is a very cleansing one. Again, you don't really notice the dead sea salt here, at least grit-wise, but it does feel like it adds some exfoliation and absorbent properties. Just feels very restorative and purifying, especially when that scent really pops off and brings the axe down on dirt and grime. As for my thoughts, I really like the Dirt Murderer. It feels like an old school Squatch bar. Good ingredients, a scent that is unique but also natural smelling, and most importantly, a nice feeling wash. It's probably the best bar I've used from them since the Maverick Musk. I'm going to have to put it as a rather nifty, meaning I feel it is a very nice brick that has no real issues, but it's not one of the all-time greats. I of course asked you mains for your input, and it seems like you guys mostly share my opinion. This was a very refreshing experience from Squatch, and I'm hoping to see more bars like this in the future, now that they've literally opened the can of drink collabs. Maybe we'll get an A&W one for that long requested root beer brick. That's going to do it for today, mains. Let me know what you think of this homicidal boy. Until next time,
Stay nifty. Yow, man!